y'all think of practice today?
It was fantastic.
Yeah, well, we rotate fields. They'll be back on 2 tomorrow.
I think the thing that I took out from today is that defensive front. Those youngsters, they're impressive. Just watching out there.
They are. Yeah, I mean, you know, again, as I told you, I can't remember what I told you, but we're a good-looking team. You know, if it was a beauty pageant, man, we'd be in the hunt big time. I mean, we definitely look the part. And certainly those freshmen. I mean, you're gonna have a hard time. You're gonna have a hard time finding a better looking group of freshmen. But you know, they all got a lot to learn, and you know, this time of year, it's very different than the spring. You know, the spring you got a lot of installation things, but it's kind of country club. You know, because you only practice every other day or so. But once you get into camp, it's heavy installation, lots of meetings, and the practice is fast, and it's every day. So it piles up on those young guys pretty quick. But we'll push them, pull them through that. But overall, you know, two first days, our execution with the guys that, you know, expect to help us has been pretty good. But tomorrow we get the pads on, we'll get the shells on, so you know, it's really hard to be able to do what you need to do in shorts. I mean, you can get a lot of assignment, but it's difficult, especially when you got a bunch of guys that have been pinned up all summer, you know, doing skills and drills against each other, grinding in the weight room, and they're ready to get after it. And so it'll be good to get the shoulder pads on so that we can, you know, add the physical part to the mental part as we go through the acclimatization period. So we'll be in shells the next 2 days, and then we'll be in full pads on Saturday. But you know, overall, good start. I'm not disappointed at all. The biggest part of the first couple of days is guys learning how to practice. You got a lot of new people and things that have been learning how to practice. And then for those guys that have been around here, reinforcing some of the habits that we believe in. You know, having good practice habits that hold up, you know, in a game environment. So it's just kind of us making sure that everybody's on the same page and you know, demanding certain things to be done the right way.
I know they're only in shorts, but Deion's looking pretty good out there, especially today. Made that one-handed catch.
Yeah, he's done fine. They've all looked good. You know, Travion's probably looked the best of anybody out there, and nobody asked me about him. First guy's Deion. That's the problem with recruiting right there. That's the problem with recruiting. He's certainly pretty easy to see with a skill set, but you know, the best guys out there has been Travion Thompson.
I was going to say something about Travion.
He's been tremendous, and I mean, this kid is going to be a great player for us. So that's recruiting right there. Everybody wants to know about. He's worked really hard. He is a completely transformed guy from where he was this time last year.
Like a basketball player last year.
Well, and he just didn't know what he was doing, and he didn't have. And so when you don't know what you're doing, you don't have confidence, and when you don't have confidence, you play slow. And that's when you stand on the sideline. And he spent a year of that, and he figured out that, okay, this is not what I came here to do. So I'm really pleased with him. But all those guys have been impressive. You know, Ray is just exactly what we thought they were. Just natural football players. So, but again, they got a lot to learn. You know, those guys aren't trustworthy after 2 days. There's a whole lot of stuff that goes with it. But no question that we hit on them as far as you know, what we expect and hope them to be.
You lose Tucker for the fall.
Yeah,
certainly that's.
No, you just lose him for camp. He'd be out about 4 weeks.
I'm sorry, for camp.
Yeah, for gum.
Sorry, for fall camp.
He ought to be back. Hopefully, game week, back rolling. But it's probably about. Gary Peters, I think, was out 4 weeks and came back and played. And you know, it's a little easier at quarterback, but obviously he's going to miss camp, and that's going to be a difficult thing. So, kind of, you know, we were hoping to kind of go through camp and, you know, let those guys compete. Kind of hard to compete when you can't be on the field. So, you know, it's a lot of opportunity for Kelly. That's just the way it is. But Tucker's not out of it. I mean, who knows what's going to happen between now and you know, September the 5th, which, again, he should be. He's going to get it. They just put a screw in it, and you know, they said about 4 weeks. So hopefully he'll be back. And again, we've got 2 games and then, short week and open date. So he'll be back and certainly get the great, 7/8 of the season. So anything can happen for him.
Being that you won't have him for camp,